on Culture Check, how to market to Muslims. And we're going to have Fazal Bahardim, the founder and CEO of Crescent Rating, to tell us a little bit about it. Let's give him a warm welcome.
Okay, good morning to all of you. Last time I went for a startup panel, I was seated for the panel discussion with 4 others. All the other 4 were 20-something like most of you. And at the end of the panel, they gave some, what do you call that, questions, surprise questions. And my question was, what do you like to get better at? And I told them I would like to get better at betting younger, because I was on the, compared to all of them, I was on the wrong side of 50. Anyway, I feel the same when I come here. Most of you are probably at the wrong side of, at the right side of the 50. Anyway, this, that's me. This is what I'm going to talk about, the Muslim consumer market. Unfortunately, today when you talk of Muslim, Islam or Halal, the narrative is taken over by some groups which hides the true potential or the market potential of the Muslim consumer market. And that's what it's valued at today. There are many estimates out there from 2 trillion to 7 trillion. Doesn't matter whether it's 2 trillion or 7 trillion, it's very big. It's, for a lot of people, that's the next BRICS story out there. And most importantly, right here in Indonesia, you are sitting in the biggest Muslim consumer market. In Asia alone, almost I think about 62% of the Muslim consumer market is in Asia. It's almost 1 billion population of Muslims are in Asia. So you're really sitting in the core of the Muslim market here. There's one very defining, unique characteristics of this market, which is that faith is influencing their purchasing decisions. Of course, some people ask me, why there are other faith-based segments, why Muslims? Why do you have to bother with the Muslims? Yes, of course, there is the Christian market, the Buddhist market, the Hindu market. I'm sure there are, markets that people can look at, but when it comes to a faith-based market and faith influencing purchasing decisions, Muslim market is definitely the biggest market out there. Let me just briefly talk about some of the products that this market is consuming today. There are very religious kind of products, very religious, only Muslims will consume these products. Like Hajj, going to Hajj, like going to Umrah, the religious travel. Then there are services and products which are consumed by Muslims as well as non-Muslims, but Muslims will consume it only if it is to their requirements or it's at least friendly to their requirements. And then you have generic products which are applicable to Muslims and non-Muslims equally. So I'm going to briefly talk about what are the opportunities and what you can look at in terms of breaking into these markets. Let's look at the religious products and services. Most of it is happening today offline, and most of them all business models. Example is the religious travel to Mecca. It's run by using all business models. 90% of the transactions on this travel is done offline. Huge opportunities to disrupt. Huge opportunities to digitize and get it online. Already there are some applications out there which is now bringing all this to the online world. You have this Quran app, close to 50 million downloads. There are other apps like Muslim Pro. I think the founder is probably sitting here. Yeah, there he is, everyone. He probably has close to, I think, 12 million downloads, if I'm right, yes. So there's a huge potential bringing the traditional very Muslim-centric services and products online. This is our app, which we launched about a year and a half ago. So there was a issue of calculating prayer times across on flights. So we developed this app, we released the app, it's used by many, but what it gives us now is that it gives us the ability to know where the Muslims are traveling to, because in order to get the prayer times, you have to enter the flight details. So there are many opportunities out there. Then you have this, which is probably today in the Muslim lifestyle sector, this is the hot topic. The products which are equally applicable for non-Muslims as well as Muslims, but how to make it more attractive to Muslims. That's where the discussion today is. And it covers a whole range of sectors, from food to banking, to wellness, to cosmetics, education, logistics, media, whole range of activities. I'm just going to give you a few examples, and this is, okay, before that. This currently, huge opportunity. It's in the online world, it's extremely fragmented. There is no dominant player in any of these markets, any of these sectors. Most of it is still done offline. There's a huge Islamophobia element which makes some brands fear of getting into this sector. You see it happening in some parts of the world. By the way, smartphone penetration is highest in some, the highest smartphone penetration in the world is in some of the Muslim countries. UAE has the highest smartphone penetration in the world, and Saudi Arabia comes number 2. So that's a huge opportunity. This is one example, is a Muslim contemporary modest wear. They started as Islamic wear, then now they are just expanding their reach to other sectors, calling it modest wear. They started completely offline. They started as an online retailer from the very beginning. They were never offline, and then moved online. I think they're only about 5 years old, and they're shipping to, they're UK based, shipping to 50 countries right now. So those are the opportunities, already, not even in the offline world and bringing it online world. Zilzar, I don't know whether you have heard about this, just launched about 3-4 weeks ago. They want to bring the same Alibaba model to the, they didn't like that slide, okay. They want to bring the same Alibaba model to the Muslim lifestyle world. So Zilzar is an attempt to, it's initially a B2B platform, but they want to go B2C as well, so that you have one platform to transact on Muslim-friendly products. Okay. Anyway, what we do, we have 2 products. One is called Crescent Rating and one is called Halal Trip. Once again, falls into the Muslim-friendly and product range. So what we did was we launched about 5 years ago a brand called Crescent Rating, which is to rate travel services on how friendly are they towards the Muslim consumers. Then we are launching Halal Trip, which is a travel portal which is targeted at the Muslims. So that's what we do, and if I can have the slides. No, we can't have the slides. That's fine. I need to have the slides. I'm not the 20-something to remember all my slides. Okay, so I think that's on. So coming back, from religious products, there's a huge opportunity to bring them online, change the business model, disrupt the business models. The second part is the halal and Muslim-friendly travel products, Muslim-friendly products, which I think there's a whole range of products from cosmetics to lifestyle, and that's Zilzar. Okay, back. That's the new kid in town, enabling e-commerce. This is what we do. Crescent Rating is a B2B platform for travel services. Halal Trip is what we launched at the beginning of this year. We are launching many mobile apps at the end of next month. Then you have the generic products. So the question is, how do you make generic products attractive to Muslims? The reality is, almost any generic product can be made attractive to Muslims. Let me give you an example. When I talk to some people about having flights, flight booking on halal trip. They ask me, what's flights got to do with halal trip? It's anybody books a flight, what's different? Yes, you can make it different. You can get added information on your flight. If the flight, if you are booking a flight from one place to another, does the airline provide halal food? Does how to calculate prayer times on this particular flight? So you can make almost any product much more friendly to the Muslim market. But if you can't, then you have to look beyond the product. How can you empathize with the consumers? How can you bring other values to your product? And this is what Macy's in the US did this beginning of this year. Macy's is a supermarket chain in the US. During the month of Ramadan, they put a lot of ads, a lot of billboards, signboards, greeting on the month of Ramadan. So I think there are many things that you could do, even if they are generic products, to target this market. So those are the 3 areas that I want, or 4 areas that I wanted to talk about. Let me go back now. Here we are. Yep. So that's it. So that's where the opportunities are in the Muslim market, and all of them, by the way. Even some of the religious products, halal products today, most of the suppliers in the real world are non-Muslim companies and MNCs. Though it doesn't have to be a Muslim to offer Muslim-friendly or halal or these kind of products. So it's what Muslims are looking for is how are they taking us into consideration when they are building products? Are they looking into our lifestyle requirements, and travel is a really something that we have focused on in terms of, there's a huge discussion going out there on Muslim-friendly travel, and that's what our focus is on. But there are other areas, cosmetics, recreation, and there's media as well. So that's basically what I want to talk about. I think, thank you very much.